Hi everyone and happy holidays. I hope you've all been having a lovely week so far. I know that getting into the festive spirit can sometimes be quite stressful, so I hope that's not happening for you and you're getting to enjoy it. I've been able to do that this week, which has been lovely. My children are at that age where they are just so excited about everything to do with Christmas, because that's what we're celebrating in our household, and it's just been really, really lovely. So I've been able to kind of get involved with that as well. So it's been a wonderful week on my end. So I hope everything's going smoothly for you. But enough about the holidays, we're here to watch a video, so let's get into it. For those of you who are new here, my name is Bethany Vujan, and every week I do an episode called Toxic Tuesday, where I talk about a particular toxic plant that you may have in your backyard, and we'd learn a little bit more about it. So for today's video, I thought I'd get a little bit more into the festive season, and we're going to look at Euphorbia pulcherrima. Euphorbia pulcherrima is more commonly known as Poinsettia and is part of the family Euphorbiaceae. It is well known for its beautiful red and green foliage that's used in Christmas floral displays. It is a shrub or small tree that generally grows from about 0.6 to 4 meters tall. The dentate leaves are dark green and 7 to 16 centimeters long. The colored bracts are generally mistaken for flower petals because of their coloring and how they're grouped together, but they are actually leaves. On the poinsettia, they are a gorgeous bright red color, but there are other varieties that can have orange, pale green, white, cream, pink, or even a marbled effect on them. The tiny yellow flowers are held in terminal bunches with the bracts directly below them. The fruit is small and it's lobed, so there's 3 lobes to it, and each one contains an oblong seed. Wild poinsettias are indigenous from Mexico all the way through to southern Guatemala. They can be found growing in mid-elevation Pacific-facing slopes, and cultivation of this plant has actually been occurring since the time of the Aztecs. Since becoming associated with the Christmas holiday, they have become a popular seasonal decoration, and demand is high during the 6-week holiday period. In fact, every year in the US, 70 million poinsettia varieties are sold, most of which are actually grown by the Poinsettia Ranch in California. This ranch actually services half the world's population for poinsettia varieties, and anywhere from 50 to 70% of the US market alone. Poinsettias were believed to be toxic to humans and animals, but current evidence suggests that this is actually not the case, and that it's not toxic at all, at least not in the way that could kill you, because there haven't been any recorded fatalities. Ingestion of large quantities of poinsettia may cause vomiting and diarrhea. Skin contact can cause dermatitis, and if the sap gets into the eyes, it'll cause eye irritation and possible temporary blindness. So gloves and eyewear are actually a good idea to have if you're either pruning or moving this particular plant. Now, some of you actually may be thinking, hang on, this is Toxic Tuesday. Why am I talking about a toxic plant that's not actually toxic? And there's actually a very simple answer for this. It is toxic to a select few people. The milky white sap that is produced by poinsettia is latex. So if you have a latex allergy, like myself, you actually can also experience skin redness or hives, itchy eyes, sneezing, throat irritation, and asthma. And if you have a severe latex allergy, you can actually experience anaphylactic shock, which is why I have it on this list. So as I mentioned before, poinsettia was actually believed to be toxic, and this was due to an urban legend that started around 1919. The story goes that a 2-year-old ate a single leaf and had died. And this story stuck so much so that H.R. Arnold put it in his book, Poisonous Plants of Hawaii, in 1944, on this story alone. which if you have a spare $544 Australian to spare, you can actually buy the hardcover book of it off Amazon, but that doesn't include shipping. Arnold actually admitted later that the story was hearsay and that there was no proof that the plant was poisonous. The legend persisted, however, and in the 1970s, the US Food and Drug Administration actually released a newsletter that stated that a single leaf could kill a child. And in the 1980s, they were prohibited from a nursing home in a county in North Carolina due to this supposed toxicity. There was an attempt to determine a poisonous dosage with rats, but it failed, even after reaching experimental dosages that were equivalent to 500 leaves or a kilo of sap. Now, what about how this plant became associated with Christmas? How did that come about? In 16th century Mexico, there is a legend of a girl who's commonly called Pepita or Maria, who was too poor to provide a gift for Jesus' birthday. She was encouraged by an angel, or her brother or her cousin, depending on the version of the story that you know, to gather weeds by the roadside and place them at the church altar. Crimson blossoms then sprouted from these weeds and they turned into poinsettias. Then, from the 17th century, Franciscan monks actually used poinsettia as part of their Christmas decorations. The star-shaped pattern was said to be in reference to the Star of Bethlehem, and the red colouring of the bracts was to symbolise the blood sacrifice of Jesus' crucifixion. And that is everything today, guys, on poinsettia. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, or if you've got any other legends that you know about. I'd love to hear them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I do have Instagram and Twitter if you're interested in getting to know me a little bit more. But as always though, thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. It's always appreciated. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you all on the next episode of Toxic Tuesday. Stay safe, guys, and keep on learning. Bye.